So for quite a while now, I have been looking at what's going on in that Ababa Junction, giving that the fence, the 82 division fence, if you watch very closely, the 82 division fence has been moved a little bit further. And I was just wondering, they finished the road. The road is supposed to be okay. At least the repairs for one side of the road, we know how bad that particular junction is, as always. But they finished the road, and one would have thought that by now, that place would have been cleared. Everyone would have been okay using it. But it does look like the workers are not going to go away anytime soon. I've passed there severally, and I've asked myself, what in the world are these people doing? Are they trying to build a bus stop? Are they trying to build something extraordinary? I was just asking myself, and now we have officially noticed that it's a flyover that they're going to put there. And I don't know if you know, for those who are not within the Enugu metropolis or who don't live within the Enugu metropolis, if you are living in Abakpa access, you know that Ababa is the hub of hold up. In fact, Ababa access is reminiscent, for those who are living in Abuja, is reminiscent of what the kind of hold up you see at the Nyanya Amaraba access every day in Abuja. All right. Well, it's more, of course, during the weekdays than on the weekends. And the same hold up that we used to have back then between the Gwarimpa Kubwa access, that when the road hasn't been expanded to 4 lanes. Right now it is 4 lanes, but then it was just 1 lane, and it was just crazy that the hold up there has finally cleared, because I understand that people on that axis are also enjoying it. But within Kubwa, you could also note that there are times that it will be so choky. So I'm just trying to give you an instance. For those who are in Lagos, I mean, there's virtually no place in Lagos that isn't choky in terms of transportation and in terms of traffic. If you are the type that work in the island and live in the mainland, you know that it's daredevil. It's near hellfire. Commuting from one place, from your house to work and then back almost every day. So I'm just trying to give you an instance of what it looks like for you to work in places like Independence Layout, GRA, New Haven, even Ugwaji Access, or the Centenary City, or Transekulu, and then you want to commute into Ababa using the Ababa Junction. Damn it, you're going to get into trouble. That road has been terribly overdone for expansion. Part of the reasons why Ogwani, the former governor, actually did the junction, the flyover, the flyover at the T junction. The flyover at the T junction has eased some traffic in that access. That access used to be very bad. The road was widening while he was, the governor for 8 years, and then moving into the T junction, the junction that you turn like you're going to Nike, and then to your right is going to Ababa Main. So that place used to be very choky. I mean, so they needed to do a flyover, so people who are going to Nike move over the flyover, and people who are getting into Transekulu and maybe back to town, take on the bridge. And then if you're also heading from Transekulu going to Nike, you're going to go on the bridge. So they needed to do that, and so they did that. That actually decongested that place a little bit, at least much more than what it used to be. Now, doing a flyover in Ababa Junction is one of the best decisions that this state government is actually, doing. For now, I understand that it is going to be a mini flyover. It's not like a full flyover. The one that would be a situation where if you're moving from town, like the 82 division, into Thinkers Corner, you're going to maybe move over the bridge, and then if you're going from Thinkers Corner to Ababa, you're going to move right under the bridge. So it's going to be something that is quite mini, not necessarily as fat and as huge as what we see at the T junction, so that we could ease some traffic. I can imagine the relief that people would have by just getting to that bus stop and seeing that happen. I mean, the joy of the fact that this is going to come up pretty soon, and we won't have this kind of gridlock, in that location. very soon is somewhat something that can elicit some joy, and then you tell yourself you can't wait. Whatever you're bearing up right now, whatever traffic situation that you're facing right now is understandable. It's okay because of the joy of the relief that something is already happening about it. So I believe that by and large is a welcome development. The people of Ababa have really suffered, and like you also noticed, the Ababa road is being expanded. The Ababa to T Junction has been expanded to become double lane. It wasn't double lane previously, but right now there has been several demolitions done on that axis. That the road leading across the Ababa market, going into T Junction and then to Nike and then to Opinsuka. It's been dualized. The government is saying that they have 18 months to get it done, and I know that a lot of tractors have been moved into that location, and people have lost some properties. Some have been compensated, some have not been compensated. There are rumors of the fact that they're still doing regularization for people who properties have been destroyed and people's shops have been destroyed owing to this. I'm sure that's one of the things that the oppositions have been holding upon, stating that the government is insensitive to the plight of people. We know that you want to expand the road, but then again, expanding the road would surely come at a cost, and even that cost should be borne a little bit at least by the government. But over time, the opposition have accused the government of not bearing the cost of this expansion. People just get their properties destroyed and they don't get compensation. The next set of things are being talked about. Nothing is being said about the pain that they face and they feel regarding the development that's happening in Enugu. But you could say that's more like the downside of this whole development that Peter Obi is doing, in as much as he's got a good intention to ease the traffic in that location, because trust me, it has always been a standstill, always terribly been a standstill for Peter Obi, for people commuting that location through the market. It's been always terrible. People don't feel safe going through that axis. If you go through that axis in the evening, you are stuck for life. It almost looks as if it's for life. And every time I pass that road, I personally think I have my blood temperature goes up, because I know that I am not going to leave there, for the shortest period of time. Sometimes I had to just go turn around to go through Pennox, into Noah's, and then Transikulu, and then straight down to T Junction before I move to the right or to the left or wherever it is I'm going to. So with this move, it tends to ease the traffic in that axis, and with the establishment of that flyover, it eases into the Transikulu axis, it eases into the GRA axis, it also eases into Ababa axis, and so we could have some respite, some sort of relief as it pertains to traffic situation in that axis. So it's a welcome development. I don't know what you think about it. Do you think that it's something that is imminent, and something that was long overdue, and that it's something that the government should also take seriously? Because again, we've seen contracts like this, or we've seen edifices like this start and then it doesn't really finish. So we hope that this actually starts from the scratch and then finishes, as the case may be. We know that the one at Obinagu, is almost done, with the contractors all working day and night to make sure that is delivered. That's actually a federal government project. We hope that this particular one that the state government is backing upon, they will start at least finish, let it be delivered before the 2027 general elections, so we can have some some relief on that axis. So it's a welcome development, if you ask me. But then again, I also think that the cost for the masses, for the people who are going to be losing their livelihoods or their shops or their homes, should be looked into quickly too. I want to appreciate you for watching this. I'll see you on the next one.